Hey, welcome to One Word Suggestion. I'm your host, Aaron Thompson, and this week's word is uncertainty.
For inspiration, can I please get a one-word suggestion?
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
Welcome to the podcast. Most people think improv is just for comedy, but really it's a tool for life. And in each 3-minute episode of this series, I use a single word suggested by you as a leaping off point to explore how an improvisational mindset will help you perform at a higher level, both personally and professionally, whether you have a career on or off the stage. This week's word, uncertainty, was suggested by Leroy. I think we'd all agree that it's important to have goals in life, to be focused, driven, and always working towards what you want. But it's also important to let go, let loose, allow yourself to just explore and play. Sometimes the most important realizations occur when we've temporarily quieted our stream of consciousness and allowed ourselves to simply breathe and exist. For many of us, this can be a lot harder than it sounds. We've been programmed to deal with facts, make plans, and expect people around us to behave rationally. And yet facts often change, plans go awry, and people surprise you in both good and bad ways. For some of us, the uncertainty of it all can be terribly unsettling. Tony Robbins has this great quote which I love. He says, "The quality of your life is directly correlated to the level of uncertainty you can comfortably live with." Another slightly less famous guy said it this way: "Ambiguity is not something to be feared, but a given. We never have complete and perfect information. The best way to succeed is to revel in ambiguity." That's from John Boyd, who is described by some as the greatest military strategist in history. And his most famous contribution to wartime philosophy is a strategic tool called the OODA loop. OODA being an acronym for observe, orient, decide, and act. We have our own version of this in improv, a slightly shorter acronym, RAC, for react, adapt, and communicate. Nation-states and businesses around the world use both of these approaches to help them thrive in volatile and highly competitive economies, get comfortable with uncertainty, and make decisions. In fact, many leaders are lauded just because they know how to make a strong decision and communicate it with their teams. Sometimes that's the only thing they're good at. But with so much uncertainty in the world, being around someone who can confidently say, "This is what we're doing, let's do it," may bring a certain level of comfort. Death, taxes, and maybe the sun coming up tomorrow are the only things we can be certain of. Everything else is up for grabs. That's why we respond so well to clear, confident, truthful choices. And one of the tricks to communicating your choices is to be specific, because specificity kills ambiguity. As a leader, it's not people's job to know what's going on in your head. It's their job to react to what you say, and a little bit of confidence and clarity can help your team live a lot more comfortably with uncertainty. And if you want to get more comfortable with uncertainty, I'm 100% certain that one of the best things you can do is to take an improv class. Because on an improv stage, nothing is planned. All you have to rely on is your wits, your teammates, and your training. You may think you could never be comfortable with that, but I'm 100% certain you can. Learning and practicing the fundamentals of improv will help you develop a worldview where everything, even things that don't go as planned, are seen as opportunities for growth and learning. You will begin to trust your instinct and intuition and the people around you. You will operate with intention, but without attachment, and you will learn to comfortably live with uncertainty. And when you can do all that, you can survive just about any situation you find yourself in with grace. So that's my take on uncertainty. Thanks for the great suggestion, Leroy. If you want to suggest a word for next week or add your perspective, drop me a note in the comments or in a review. I'm making one of these every week for a year, so definitely subscribe, like, share, and all that stuff. And in the meantime, if you're interested in improv for personal growth, professional achievement, or just for fun, my suggestion is to get yourself into an improv class or book a corporate training workshop for your team. You can learn all about LMA's programs at www.lma.training. Thanks for listening. One Word Suggestion is brought to you by LMA Professional Development. Please visit us at www.lma.training for more info.